Hey guys, Magdalena here. So I wanted to share with you some of my deck alteration madness. So I have trimmed a lot, maybe not a lot. I don't have that many decks, but I did not hesitate to trim my decks in the past. But I have never ever edged them, and I was actually thinking, what's it all this craze about? Why would I do that? Meh, whatevs. But then then I decided, why don't I try it? Maybe I could. So I ordered some, I watched some videos, of course. I'm sorry I don't remember whose videos I've seen, and there were great tips there. But yeah, I bought the distress ink and the famous antique linen, and some smaller ones, the Dewdrop. This is Japanese ink by Tsukineko, so it's the moon cat in Japanese. Anyway, these are small ink pads. And they are water-based. This one is pistachio, this is olive grove, this is Morocco, and this last one is not. It's a pigment ink as opposed to this ink, which is something different. Anyway, it has a kind of a different structure, and it's gold. And this is what is it? Galaxy Gold, yeah. So I will just quickly show you what I did to my poor decks. Well, maybe not poor, I call it pimp your deck. So, oh yeah, this one too. So, first deck that I altered, that I edged, was my Marielle. Because, let's be honest, it's just too huge. It hurts your hands when you try to hold them, so I decided to. I was deliberating whether I should. I was debating whether I should leave the title of the card or chop off everything, and I even asked for advice on the lovely For Love of Cards group, and I decided I will leave the titles. But then I got distracted, and close to the end of my edging, I just chopped off everything on Seven of Swords, so I thought, well, drats! I will have to chop off everything. So that's what I did, and this is how it looks like. Sorry for the glare, that's how these cards are, but now that they are smaller, it's just, I really like the feel of them. And I added, it's really discreet. I added just a, will you see it even on the camera? Maybe on something else. Here, you see, it's 4 and my symbol for swords. It's really discreet, and golden marker. And then I edged it with a simple black marker. I have it somewhere here, I think. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's just permanent marker. Like this. I know many people recommended chiseled tip, but I didn't have one, so I just used this. And it was okay. Especially because it's these cards are black on the back, so even if I did a mistake, I could first of all I could quickly wipe it off, and it was fine, and also you couldn't tell even if it stayed there. So tip for you if you want to edge in dark, especially, do it with the back of the card facing you. So don't, if anything happens, you don't ruin your images on your cards. So yeah, this is my favorite card of the Marielle Tarot. I am not so secretly in love with King of Wands. I even didn't have to write it's King of Wands here because I know him so well. I mean, I know this is King of Wands. So yeah, love him. And I must say that now they are edged black. They look very sexy. I love how they look. So this is my Marielle. And then these arrived because I ordered them online. And what did I do next? Oh, I took my Lenormand by Piatnik, and I thought I would match the bags. See, there are the brown. There is this brown motif here. I thought I would make the edges brown since these are all that I have, by first doing the red, and then the dark green. So it would. I tested it on some like spare cards. It looked brown and nice. So I went only each edge once through the red, and it looks like this. And it's not perfect. I don't know how the camera is showing this, but yeah, you can see there are some white spots. And I didn't mind because I thought, okay, I will go with the green on it again, but now that I'm using it, it's also kind of sexy with the red. So I think, and also I don't really mind it not being perfect. It looks, well, aged, imperfect. So I might just leave it like this or go with the red again. Go over it with the red again. So I also did my French Cartomancy Lenormand with the Distress ink, and I gotta tell you, after doing it with the Sharpie, the ink pads were so fast. Like, it took me ages with the Marielle, but the effect is worth it, let's be honest. But with this, oh my goodness, it just and it's done. So of course there are less cards in Lenormand, but I did it with some other decks as well, which I will show you. So it bugged me that here we get this aged look and white, stark white borders. So I was thinking whether I could do something about it. I tried various things, but nothing really worked, nothing really looked good. So I decided to be happy with only the edging. So do I have a deck to compare it to? So of course the edges were white previously, and now they have this antique linen color. See, this is the difference. So yeah, this is my French Cartomancy. And then what did I do? And then I went to my Wildwood Tarot. So already some time ago I removed the borders. I think the images look glorious without them. And this time I left the titles here. And then I took the Olive Grove and edged it. It's, well, this time I was going like 2 times per edge, but you can see again it's not perfect. If I had dark green marker, I could fix it. You can be more precise with the marker, but I don't have it. For now it will be like this. I think the color matches, it's not the same color, but it matches the whole deck oh so well. I think it's really great. I might fix some cards though. This one bugs me. I think this one has some white on the top, but that's what I did with the Wildwood. And that's not all. I just, well, once I started, I couldn't stop. So I saw on one of the videos that I don't remember who made, but that lady there, she had the greatest idea about Pablo Robledo deck. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous Tarot de Marseille restoration, which has this aged look. So it's very clear and crisp, but at the same time, I can compare it with, for example, Chodorowski's deck, you see? It has this aged look. But then, the edges, of course, were white. So I took the antique linen and I made this deck perfect. It's just, yeah. See, this is the regular deck with white, and this is how my Pablo Robledo deck looks now. It matches so well. It's incredible, incredible. So it's just a perfect match. And lastly, I took out my very first deck that I bought like 20 years ago. So the edges started to peel off, and I dreamed that I could, you know, restore them a bit to make them, well, go with gold on them, but I did not find anything that could blend well with the rest, so I didn't do that. What I did instead, I used this to make this, to do this. Oh, I love it! I don't have the proper lighting here to show it to you, but it glitters, it shines, it's gold. Maybe I can show you on the pad. No, I cannot show you on the pad, but believe me, it's just gold. However, while these water inks, they dry extremely fast. I mean, they dry really quickly so that they don't stain anything, but then they need some time to dry completely, so that when you hold them, when you handle them, you feel there's something, you know, some dampness there still, but then they dry and they are perfect. With this deck, it took the whole night. So I thought, at first I thought, okay, they are dry now, let's do the next couple of cards. And then I realized they started sticking to each other. Luckily, it was possible to just wipe it with my fingers, and most of the gold would go away. But yeah, some of the cards are already, they have some, see? I'm not that worried because it's fine. This deck was already looking a bit used anyway, but I needed a space to lay a whole 78 cards so they could dry during the night. So it was madness. I took 2 tables in our house, but it looks lovely. It really does. So yeah. I wish I could show it better. But these are my pimped decks. Please let me know if you know of some other ideas I could use. If you've never done that and you want to know how to use these ink pads, it's really simple. You just take this and the card and of course you touch it. I won't touch it because I don't want to have this here, but yeah, and the next and the next, and don't forget the corners. And that's all there is to it. I'm saying this because I was not sure what to do with this myself until I watched some videos. So I'm thinking about antique linen for my ancient Italian deck. Tell me what you think. Would you do this, or maybe some? I have this pistachio. I could mix it with something else, like with red, and make brown, but maybe not for this deck, maybe for my Vintage Wisdom Oracle. I have I'm thinking about some ideas here. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again hopefully soon. Bye!